Good morning, everyone. I appreciate you being here. This is a significant arrest and seizure for the Manatee County Sheriff's Office, and we believe that the citizens of Manatee County are a lot safer because of it. With me today, I also have from the Florida Department of Law Enforcement Special Agent in Charge, Eli Lawson, standing here behind me, and my captains, my management team are here as well. So we'll begin with the Sheriff's Office began an investigation on some drug dealers that we knew were operating in Manatee County. On November of 2024, we were investigating the fentanyl sale at a suspected drug house at the 900 block of 6th Street West in Bradenton. These were tips that we received, and the drug unit began to work on this location to try to determine what the dealers were selling and whether or not they could get in there and make buys. Immediately, Maurice Baxter, age 23, was identified as one of the dealers at this location. Detectives learned that Baxter was already under investigation by other MSO detectives for selling fentanyl in Manatee County. Detectives made buys using the FDLE S.A.F.E program, which is the state assistance for fentanyl eradication. We used up to over $14,000 of S.A.F.E funds during this case, and we have used more than $300,000 in several cases that we have made here in Manatee County. On March 13th of this year, our SWAT team executed the search warrant and detained the only occupant in the house at the time, which was 40-year-old Tron Williams, a known drug dealer here in Manatee County. Our other primary suspect, Baxter, has not been located. We have warrants for his arrest, and we continue to search for him. During the search, detectives located the following illegal and deadly drugs: 12.3 kilos of fentanyl, including pharmaceutical-grade fentanyl used by doctors to treat pain, 1 kilo of cocaine, 1 kilo of ecstasy, 273 grams of meth, 822 grams of marijuana, and 29.4 grams of Adderall. We also seized multiple firearms, including here on the table, an FN-57 handgun, which is also nicknamed the cop killer due to the ammo that it uses and that ammo's ability to penetrate certain types of soft body armor used by law enforcement. Over 1,000 rounds of various types of ammunition were also discovered in Williams's bedroom, and a vehicle was also seized during this operation. Tron Williams has been charged with trafficking in fentanyl, trafficking in meth, trafficking in cocaine, and trafficking in MDMA. The street value of the fentanyl seized is estimated at $1.4 million, and the total value of all the narcotics seized is valued at $1.7 million. The Drug Administrative Enforcement Agency estimates that 12 kilos of fentanyl has the potential to kill 6 million people. That's more than the population of the entire Tampa Bay area. And that's why this is a significant case. You think about the drugs that were seized and how those drugs could be responsible for killing every citizen in Manatee, Sarasota, Pinellas, Hillsborough County, Polk County, Pasco, Hernando, Citrus. We know that lives have been saved. Before I answer any question, I'm going to allow Special Agent in Charge, Eli Lawson, to come up and say a few words.
Thank you, Sheriff Wells. Thank you for having us, and I congratulate you on this tremendous success. I'm FDLE Special Agent in Charge Eli Lawson from the FDLE Fort Myers region. This case exemplifies how the State Assistance for Fentanyl Eradication, or S.A.F.E program, can make a difference in all of our communities. This amount of fentanyl, as the Sheriff just mentioned, is extremely lethal and could have killed millions and millions of people, to include our entire FDLE Fort Myers region. The S.A.F.E program has proven since its inception to have saved countless lives. statewide. Since the program took effect in 2023, FDLE is proud to support investigations across the state, resulting in seizure of more than 400 pounds of fentanyl, 485 pounds of cocaine, and more than 1,400 arrests. This investigation and resulting arrest prove that the program is helping keep our communities safe. Today, FDLE and our partners at the Manatee County Sheriff's Office are proud to show the members of the Southwest Florida community the proof that funding and resources that are dedicated to the program are making positive impact in keeping this poison off the streets. I want to take a moment and thank Governor DeSantis and the Florida Legislature for supporting this program, continuing to support our efforts in safeguarding Florida citizens and visitors while keeping lethal drugs out of our communities. Thank you very much.
Real quick, I just want to thank my detectives for the impact they have made during the seizure and working this case. These are lengthy investigations. It takes a lot of work, and I'm very proud of the work they've done here. These two drug dealers behind me don't care about lives. They don't care about the families that they destroy and who they hurt. All they care about is making money. And if they can sell their poison and make money each and every day off of the addiction of some in our community, then they have no problem with that. So this is a big case for us, and we just continue to see the effects of fentanyl in our community and communities throughout the state of Florida, and we will do our best to eradicate it from our county. So at this time, I will answer any questions that you have. Hey, Kim.
Sheriff Wells, this sounds like the largest fentanyl bust in Manatee County history. What do you have to say to the other dealers that are out there as this continues to plague our streets?
We're going to continue to fight to remove you from our community. That's our primary job. That's what these two detectives behind me, that's what they do each and every day. So we're prepared to save lives, and we're prepared to put these drug dealers behind bars. Let me tell you something. Back in 2017, when I first took office, fentanyl was considered a controlled substance, and it had no minimum mandatory sentencing. It had no limits to how much you could sell. It didn't matter if you were arrested with 5 grams or 500 grams. The bond was the same, the penalty was the same. And we had to fight really, really hard. I want to thank Senator Jim Boyd, who was instrumental in making sure that we could get the fentanyl statute to mirror that of heroin. And there were some that fought about drug dealers being put behind bars and having a mandatory sentence. Some would say that they are no harm to society. That's a lie. They're killing people. We know they're killing people. They're not chemists. They're not very educated. They can't tell you how much fentanyl they're giving each person. As you can see, you've got fentanyl in just boxes and bags sprawled out throughout the entire home. I mean, all they care about is just making money, and they don't care who gets in their way. Any other questions?
Do we know, and have we tested this fentanyl? Do we know where it came from? Do we know how it came over the border? What can you tell us about?
We're pretty sure it came out of California. We can only assume that it came from Mexico, probably China, Mexico, over the border of California, and then made its way into Manatee County.
Do you think that with what we're doing on the border now, is that going to help?
Absolutely. We have to secure the border. We got to make it difficult for these dealers to be able to move their product, and absolutely, I think it's going to make our community safer. I mean, think about 12 kilos of fentanyl. They're only selling about 2/10 of a gram to each victim. And I call them victims because they're addicted to this poison, so they don't have to sell very much to their clients. So this goes a long ways. And they were also responsible for upping other dealers in our community. So they were a main player in Manatee County.
Obviously, this is a multi-pronged situation. You've got problems coming from different directions, not just the border. Can you speak to the fact of the issue related to the demand that's going on here in Manatee County? Because obviously, for you to have this kind of bus, there's a thriving market here, and you've got to speak to that demand as well. So is there anything that your department is doing, any message that you're communicating, anything that you can talk to us in terms of approach to also curb that end of the conversation?
Yeah, we work very hard to help those that are addicted to fentanyl and all drugs. Anytime we have an overdose in Manatee County, our detectives go to that hospital, go to that location, and we try to get as much information as we can from the victim, and we try to get them into a rehab facility right then and there if they want to go. But this is a very powerful mind-altering drug, and sometimes they are not ready. So we try to give them the information that they're going to need to help them hopefully get off of this poison. And that's really all we can do now, is to try to educate our community and educate our young people on the importance of staying away from these illegal drugs. And you just don't know where you're going to find fentanyl. They will cut fentanyl into anything. They will put fentanyl into pills. They will lace it in cocaine. You just don't know what you're getting. You can't always assume if you're buying cocaine that that's all you're buying. I guarantee you 9 times out of 10, there's going to be fentanyl in that as well. So we try to educate as much as we can, and we try to help those that are addicted. But we need more rehab facilities. We need more places to be able to take these people that are addicted, because there's just not enough in our area to help.
And do we know that do we have any victims from these two?
I'm sure we do. We'll be working on that end of it. I'm sure that we will locate victims. Now, whether or not we have any that have died from an overdose from any of these narcotics that they purchased from these dealers, we don't know yet.
Would you up the charges if you do?
Absolutely.
And what would they be? Would it be murder? What would it be?
It would be murder.
Is there a reward out for Baxter there?
Not yet. We're pretty sure we'll find him. Baxter is he's hiding, but he's not going to be able to hide for very long.
Are they residents of Manatee, or?
They live in Manatee, yes. Any other questions? Anything at all?
Comparing this to.
You've already had 3, Tim. That's all you get.
I know.
All right, go ahead. Go right ahead.
Comparing to fentanyl with opioids, I mean, we've seen a lot of things over the years. Is it worse, better?
Well, fentanyl is deadlier. I mean, you got to remember, if you go back to the opioid epidemic, when we started closing down all the pill mills in Manatee County and Sarasota and Tampa Bay area, around that 2007 mark, there was really nothing in place to help those that were addicted to pills. So then they started to go to heroin. And if you can remember at the time, heroin came into our community very cheap, cheaper than buying a pill. Started using heroin. Then dealers started to introduce slowly fentanyl into the heroin. We started to see an increase in overdoses when that happened. But this is 100 times more powerful than morphine. It's a deadly drug and should not, be taken by anyone unless you are prescribed it by a doctor because you are in extreme pain for a mental issue, or medical issue, I should say.
From the enforcement side, in terms of all the other cases or all the other things that you're working on, would you say that you are making progress in terms of like locking that in? I mean, this is just one example. Would you say that the frequency that they're coming is, something that you are either you're expecting based on your investigation, or that you are seeing less and less of that frequency?
I would say that we have made progress, and the reason that I say that is just based upon the overdoses that we had in 2017 compared to the amount of overdoses that we have now. So we've seen a significant decrease in deaths also related to overdoses. So is it ever going to go away 100%? No. There's no way that's going to happen. So we just continue to fight the good fight and to make sure that we are doing our part to arrest those that are selling this poison throughout, our community. All right, thank y'all very much.